Rev Body Sculpting is successful because they help you lose weight. They expedite the process. It is real and it works. With that being said, though, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. We're all human. We're going to talk about the words realistic expectations, realistic behaviors. Amy Stone is with us once again. Amy, welcome back.
Glad to be here.
Okay, you were telling me, you and I both celebrated a birthday. Me, my brother, you, your husband, correct?
Yep.
And we said, you know, I was chatting with you a little bit. Is it okay to cheat a little bit? Because I had some birthday cake, I admit it. And you said, we all are tempted. We all do this, right?
We're all going to cheat. As I was just telling you, we have cupcakes and cake and all this stuff around my house. And I'm like, the birthday's over, but they're still like calling my name in the kitchen. I mean, it's okay to cheat a little bit, but when you're surrounded by those things and you've got all of those things and late at night, they're like, Amy, come eat me. So it's in moderation is what I want to put in for people. Just take a bite.
Yeah, and don't look at it as a bad thing. It's not a cheat thing, it's a treat thing.
Right.
And every once in a while you deserve one, right?
Right, and you know what? I made him carrot cake cupcakes. It's carrot, it's a vegetable. I had to think about it.
You're stretching it there, but I like the way you're thinking.
There's people out there who know what I'm talking about.
I like the way you're thinking. But Rev Body Sculpting, it works. It's light therapy, but you said, I want to stress today, is realistic expectations. Can you make it happen quicker? Yes. And have people reach their goals? Hundreds. But with that being said, you said don't always just concentrate on the scale, right?
Oh yeah, that scale, I tell people, it can be your enemy. I mean, I'm human. I'm like everybody else. I want to know what I weigh. But as long as I can pull my pants on and put my clothes on and I don't feel like that muffin top's coming out or I'm pouring out of them or I can't breathe.
Feel good about yourself.
Right,
yeah.
Right. That's so much more important than what the number on the scale is. I met with a client just before coming up here today and she was like, I've lost my motivation. That's what she told me. And I was like, well, where'd it go? We need to go look for it. So I weighed and measured her. She was down 11 pounds and she was down 9.5 inches. And I'm like, if anything is going to give you back that motivation, let that be it. I don't care what that scale says, but that's almost 10 inches in your midsection that you've lost.
Yeah.
I'm like, grab it back. Find that. Find your hope. Find your willpower. Get it back. And that's what I like to do for people when I know that they've lost inches and lost weight. It gives them, they're like, hey, I wasn't that great this week. I said, you weren't that great this week and you've already lost 11 pounds and 9.5 inches. Imagine what's going to happen if you say, chocolate, get out of my way. That's what she told me. She was like, I've been nibbling on chocolate this week.
Yeah, and don't feel bad. I mean, it happens. We're human. But I think nothing inspires, nothing motivates like results.
Right.
And that's what you get with Rev Body Sculpting. So for those who are not familiar, let's talk about how light therapy works. You always do this very, very well and articulate that. So how does it work?
All right. So there are a series of 16 paddles. You can see I'm grabbing some of them there. There are 30 LED lights on each one of those paddles. So we can cover one body part completely, which is what I always want to do. If midsection is where you're not happy, which is probably 90% of clients at Rev not happy with that midsection, we can start in the back, cover that back fat area, go all the way around the upper and the lower midsection, and then you're just all stretched out on that chaise lounge there. You are relaxed, you're listening to Dr. Patrick Porter, and you're melting fat along the way, which is fabulous. So we're gonna get you all relaxed, and I couldn't possibly send you out into the real world after doing that. So afterwards, for two reasons: one, to wake you up, and two, to kickstart flushing the fat out of those cells, we're gonna move you over to the vibration platform. And like I said, that's just going to kickstart moving that fat out of those cells, and then you're going to have 24 hours to drink half your weight in ounces of water. If you can drink more, do it, because the more you go to the restroom or the more you sweat, you're going to be flushing that fat out of your system. It's that easy, that natural. And then she's just going to go about her day like nothing's happened, but she is getting rid of fat every time she goes to the restroom.
And you mentioned Dr. Patrick Porter. This is part of the process. It's very comprehensive. It's not just physical, and yes, you'll lose the weight, but it's putting yourself in a mental frame of mind. He's very good at this. It's hypnotic, talking about eating vegetables and fruits and drinking a lot of water, and it works. You may not know why, but all of a sudden you crave these things, correct?
Absolutely, and it's made specifically, he made these recordings specifically to go along with our light treatment sessions. So he's talking to you too and explaining what's happening, what the fat's doing, what is you're going to benefit from doing the things that I've recommended afterwards. So you can see this is Hope. She had great results, and age is not an issue. Hope was 63 when she did treatments with us, and I've had people in their 70s, 80s. My oldest client was 91, and they've all had results. So this is not an age.
And realistic expectations. You know, some people it's maybe 5 or 6 pounds, and others it's 30, 40 pounds. Either one, you can help.
Absolutely. This was somebody in her 40s. That's what losing 6 inches looks like. She only lost a couple pounds, but she did not do the diet. You can see, I mean, she was not overweight or obese. She wanted to just trim down that midsection, and you can see what amazing results she had from that.
It's really unbelievable. And some people just have places that bother them, and maybe it's genetic. Back fat is one of those.
Back fat is huge, and I still, this blows me away. I really thought I'd put the wrong 2 pictures together and sent them to my client, and I was like, oh, I think I've done, and she was like, no, that's me. And I was like, look at the skin on your back now. It's like gained 20 years, 20, 30 years, and smoothed it out all where it was lumpy and things like that. So it does help with promoting collagen and elastin too. So it is going to help tighten that skin and help with just the lumpiness look of cellulite.
Yeah, the proof's in the pudding. You're looking at the picture, so I know people now are really interested. So you've offered a special once again, so jump on that phone because it's very short-lived.
Yes, on the first day of fall, we are offering you a special for the first 10. It's 30% off of any package, plus I'm going to give you 6 free sessions on top of that. 6 free sessions could get you 2 to 3 extra inches lost in whatever area. And you're going to get a free diet plan, but I can only offer this to the first 10. Super easy. Call us. 502-709-4492. If Sarah can't get to the phone, just leave a voicemail. I promise we'll get back to you today. Even easier, less stressful, go to revlouisville.com. Give us a few bits of information. That too will make you eligible. But don't delay. Don't say summer's over. I can't, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm just going to go back to eating what I want. And then you're going to be stuck in January thinking, crap, I've gained 20 extra pounds and now summer's around the corner and I've got to get back into my clothes. This is a great time. You're going to be putting on baggy sweatshirts, things like that. And so when you take them off next spring, people are going to be like, what did you do?
There you go. Well, call for that special right now. But before we let you go, you're an expert in the field. So Amy's advice, what is today's advice?
Amy's advice is today to, of course, to always cut back on sugary things. Sugar is a drug, I do believe. And I hear lots of people that drink lots of fruit juices. And most fruit juices have lots of added sugar, and even the sugar that's natural in them is fructose, and we don't want that. We wouldn't want that in a lot of our food. We don't need it. It's just extra empty calories.
All right. Happy birthday belated to your husband.
I tell him.
I love Alan Stone.
We do.
And we're going to take a little bit of break here.